All right, man. It's our what? Fifth
Number
podcast?
five. Number
Five?
five.
Yeah, that's what's up. It's our fifth podcast, and it's right after the event. And I just want to talk about that a little bit. I'm still, you know, feeling the love from coming home and throwing this event and it being a success. And that was awesome, man. You know, it, you know, the energy that the people had that came out just made it seem like the entire Knox community was out there. So if y'all weren't out there, trust me, you were represented by somebody that has some great energy, man. And I loved it. And I appreciate everybody, man. And so I'm gonna tell you personally, I think I got some great relationships that were made for the future. I built a relationship with the principal from Drew, and she likes what we're trying to do, and told me, you know, in the future, connect with her a little earlier, and she'll welcome her venue with open arms, man. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. Sergeant Lutz from the Arlington County Police Department. Man, just so much love, man. So much love from him. I
If you
respect the
done with
brother,
if you done
and
with
I
all your
appreciate
stuff,
it. But that's what I feel like I got from that. You know what I'm saying? So is Dre Day on yet? Dre Day.
Yeah, I literally just came out of the building. I'm trying to get myself set up.
All right, well, I'm gonna go with Rainer then.
Are we
Rainer.
live?
We live,
Yes.
baby.
hey Kenny, can y'all hear me by chance?
What do you feel like? What do you feel like we accomplished? After that event, what do you feel like we accomplished? If anything.
Okay. You asking me?
Yeah.
Raina? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Hello. All right. First of all, I want to thank you for using your energy and putting it into a positive platform, and then offering a space for us to use our energy and do the same thing. Because right now, I think a lot of people are struggling with where to put their energy besides being angry about stuff and trying to voice or not have a place to voice it. So I want to thank you for having a platform and including me in it once again. So I think you opened up a dialogue with this event from a lot of different places. I think you opened up, again, the community. I think it was very peaceful. It's a conversation. And then you also gave a lot of people something to think about, just for them to start doing small things. It doesn't have to be large all the time, just small things on the ground where they are. So the feedback that I received is people were like, wow, you know, first of all, when you see people doing something that looks like you, maybe in the same position as you, and you're not like a big giant leader, and they feel like they can also accomplish the same thing. So you inspire people.
100%,
just
yes.
seeing your community
100%.
doing stuff. Yeah, so you're inspiring people to do stuff that they can also do, but they maybe didn't know how to get started. And that's what this is about. You know, you don't have to go big. You can do little things, and you collaborating with small groups and coming together. That's awesome. That's what I think. I saw that too. I saw some other organizations that want to chime in. We can make a big
shout out
impact.
to Chain Breakers. I'm glad you said
that was
something.
the one that I was thinking about. Yeah. If we can use small steps to make a large impact, then we can move mountains like this. So it's awesome what you did. A lot of people ask me about where they can donate, so we need to give that information out.
Yes.
And overall, it was just. So I don't know if you all know, it's an app called Nextdoor, and I don't know if I want to get deep into this, but there's an app called Nextdoor. That's an app that's just like Facebook, but it's for community. So all the neighborhoods, right? So I posted this on that app for people to come and join. And I posted, you know, everybody could come out, and I told them it's not political. We don't want to talk about politics. It's just basic human rights. So I have a post. I'm sorry, somebody's calling me. Okay, sorry about that. So this post, I have to show this to you all. I'm not going to go into detail, but this post opened a dialogue in the community. These are people that would not show up otherwise. They don't really understand what we're doing. I can tell by the first thing that the guy made a message. So it opened up a dialogue, and that's important. That's where you build bridges. I didn't say anything further from what he said, but the community chimed in on our behalf because this wasn't a positive comment. He was saying that we should address the crime issue in Arlington as if we created the crime issue in Arlington. So basically, again, it opened a dialogue, and also it opened a dialogue about your logo, which is a fist. So what this does, Kenny, is people can start talking. That's just what we want. People's talking and being peaceful and trying to understand each other, because miscommunication is probably what everybody has at this point. We're all miscommunicating and not understanding where everybody's coming from and just assuming. So I thank the man for the dialogue, and that was what I got out of it. Again, you did an awesome job, and all the people that came out and participated and, donated money, showed unity. Just thank you to everybody. It was just a whole show of community. Yeah.
When somebody come at us and they take our mission statement or take whatever we want to do and put it in the context of what we're doing and ask us, well, why y'all not attacking the crime problem in Arlington? You know what you're gonna tell them?
What am I gonna tell them?
We'll support you. We're doing this. This is what we're doing. If you wanna, nobody coming at breast cancer and saying, hey, why y'all not trying to cure pneumonia?
Right, correct. That's a good point. Yeah.
So
that is a good point. That is a good point, Dre. Hey, Can you hear me? We can hear everybody, and it's literally taking
Oh, I thought I was on mute.
Hear that.
Can you hear me though? Let me mute this down.
We can see your whole family cooking with Lovey out here, man. Tell Lovey.
Hey, Eric, don't you married? Why ain't your wife cooking?
Ooh. Hey, bro, if my wife heard you. So two things. One for Mike.
Wow.
If my wife heard you say that, my wife could whoop you, Mike. So you better watch your mouth. Alfred, you might get shot if my wife heard you say that. Don't I have a wife while she ain't cooking?
Eric, you're doing the right thing.
Hey, look. See, this the difference between me and y'all. Simps like Michael Jeffries out here, man. You know what I'm saying? No, I know you be cooking, Mike. I'm messing with you, man. I know you get your cook on, man.
Look, don't have me come on. Never mind. Let's go ahead and keep this thing on the
I know you do your thing on the stove, man.
I know.
All right, fellas.
I ain't worried. Right. I don't feel threatened over there with that.
Thanks for that.
You're gonna have to whoop Mike next time you see him.
All right. Thanks, guys. Anyway. So look, I wanted to ask. First, I want to welcome you, Ed. Thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate what you did as far as with the what you did. Volunteering there at the event, man. That was huge. And I want to ask you though, what do you feel like we accomplished with this event?
I mean, I think that really the big thing was just touching bases with a lot of different people. I saw there was a lot of people interested and wanted to contribute more, wanted to give more. And I think that's the first thing, touching the ground and being around the community that you want to help. Anybody can go over Facebook and say anything, but you made it a positive reality. You took something that people just talk about and put it in someone's face and said, this is what it is. And and I think Raina touched base with the fact that, you're not some mega millionaire. You're not some big conglomerate. You're a person out here just like everybody else. And it shows that making a change starts with the effort and the passion that you have inside, and then putting it on the street. And you put that out there, man. I mean, you really put that out for everybody to see. You put your heart on your shoulder, and I think that speaks volumes, man. And as it changes the perspective, you showed firsthand where being a big black man isn't scary, and you showed it with love. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's what we need in this world. And you came out there and took the stigma oh man, he's what, 6'4", he's dark skinned, oh man, he's
Right.
my enemy, and you came out there and showed love, man.
Mhm.
I think the most powerful moment out of that whole situation, honestly, was when we came back from that march and you came to thank everybody and you broke down, bro. That showed the human nature of you. That showed the compassion in you.
Right.
I think that showed how you're a leader, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really stepped up, and how people can stand behind you and go for what you do. I think really the biggest thing was actually going out there and making all the acquaintances for people and saying, we're here for you, but you be here for us. And people stepped up, man, and that was beautiful.
Right.
Making the connection for the Drew Elementary School, man, that's timeless right there, man. That's something that Facebook couldn't have never done. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you were in communication with her, and you being there in her face made it be like, okay, this is somebody I can get behind, not just somebody I see or get an email from or get a phone call from.
Right.
So that was huge, man. And I think it just brought us together so that we can start thinking about other ways to put this back into the community and what we can do as individuals, and then come together and bring all that together to make a more powerful statement.
Right, man.
Yeah.
Hey, exactly. And you articulated that, you and Raina, just so perfect, man. That's exactly what I had in mind, man. And Devon, I'm glad you came out, man. And I had the pleasure of meeting your daughter finally.
Oh yeah.
Hey, man. And let me say, for everyone who brought their children out there, man.
Big.
That didn't go over my head, man, at all. I respect that so much, man. You know what I'm saying?
Tell her what my goddaughter was doing. Kenny, tell her what my goddaughter was doing when you came by the house.
Oh, man. Yeah. I told you to record that, man. I'm going to put that on my website.
All right, we'll get to do it.
Devon, before I get you started, let me tell him, man, I picked Dre up. He going to drop me off at the airport. He said, Kenny, come here real quick. Listen to my goddaughter. So he bring her to me, and he said, what you say? And she go, no doctor, no peace.
Oh,
I said, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Nice.
No justice, don't nobody sleep. Yeah. So look, Devon, man, like I said, that didn't go in my head, man. So what you think we got from the event, man?
All right, you know, when somebody tell me to go 3 feet, I'm gonna probably go 6 to 8. So I got a couple layers to my response. First, to start off, remember I told you last week, Kenny, the fact that, you know, there was, the public told us at one point in time, a superstar in our eyes to young men to shut up and dribble.
Right.
And for the longest time, your basketball skills has been what you've been remembered as, for the people that don't know you personally, or perhaps they might know you for your missteps. All right, one way or another.
Yeah.
But for every bucket that you scored as a hoop star that everybody remember you for, this is more important than any point that you ever scored for Wakefield.
Yeah.
This forever. This here will mean more than any point you ever scored in that uniform. All right, that's that's the first thing. Second thing is, the only thing that for you that I would have liked to occur, Kenny, was that we took the march past your grandparents' house. That was the one thing that I wish, as we was walking, I was hoping we was going to turn and go down Oxford and go down.
It was right over the hill. You think I ain't want to go?
So, and whether you couldn't, whether, you know, whatever, that was the one thing for you.
Right.
You could have went there and stopped the whole thing for a moment. And I know that what that would have done for you, because right up around the corner from there is your steps where you grew up at. Where your sister and my sister, we were neighbors. That's the one thing. But it was powerful because, first of all, we haven't had that type of leadership since John Robinson has left us in the Valley.
Yeah.
No one has been willing to put forth and be the voice or put something besides something related to sports, which is perfectly fine. This is another avenue coming out of the NOC community.
Right.
So that's valuable.
Yeah.
All right, because the NARC community, people don't know what it's really about. It's really a close-knit family. And so what
Yeah.
you did is, in a different way, you brought food to the table for the families of the NARC community.
Yeah.
We can eat off that.
Yes.
But in order for us to eat off of it, we got to be willing to contribute to it. We got to bring food to the plate as well.
Absolutely.
And for my daughter went to Drew. All right. And for my daughter to be a part of that, first of all, it's really important that my daughter sees community things. Our kids see positive community things that go on. And when I introduced her and point her to you all, I tell her, this is my friend, this is what he did, but look at what he's doing, for the community.
Yeah.
So those are moments that she gonna reflect on. She 12, she'll remember that. She'll remember that forever. All right. And so what it did is planted a seed to grow within her.
Absolutely.
That's going to be around forever. And the last point is, here's the biggest point that you did, Kenny. You pissed some people off.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you know about that.
You see what I'm saying? Because the comment that dude made to Raina's post and what Dre just said was, y'all wouldn't do that if it was breast cancer awareness. That's similar to the whole thing that Ryan Clark spoke on a few weeks ago on the ESPN about, listen, it's only a problem with the fist raised because it involves a black issue.
Right.
If you put the fist behind anything else, other people will raise their fist. And the fist is intimidating to people because the fist symbolizes togetherness. All right. And the more that a fist is used in the proper way, the more powerful it is. And people can see the fist as something relating to Black Power movement. It's relating to unity. Yeah. Because a fist together is much more powerful than a hand apart can ever be.
Absolutely.
So long as you're using that symbol, you gotta know it's gonna come. And we should embrace it. Because it's obvious that he's misunderstood and never been taught about what a fist really can do. It could, whatever the fist represent, ultimately it represents unity. So, like I said, I told you it was gonna go a little bit deeper with me, but you gotta know that was valuable for, the biggest thing is, Kenny, not forget, but your basketball skills, our ball is flat now, champ. All right, our ball has gone flat. So now it's about much more about what we're going to do and how we're going to contribute to the ones and give back in some type of way. Giving back don't cost $1. Yeah. Just that type of march was valuable in these conditions because everybody sacrifices some way to go out in COVID-19. All right. Mm-hmm. We all sacrifice. So imagine how it can grow when we get to the point where we can bring larger crowds together.
Right.
So
exactly.
all you did was just kick in the door. Now that we're in the door, now we got to go ahead and tear the door down and make sure it never goes up again.
And speaking of that, that's exactly what Mark was saying right before we went live. He was talking about hitting the ground. And I gotta say, man, it was always a pleasure hanging out with you, man. I had the whole weekend with you. It was awesome. But I want you to talk about a little bit about what you felt like we accomplished, and not just that. Open the door on the next conversation, and that's where we go next.
Oh man! So a lot was accomplished, and really. Part of what I was going to say, really everyone who spoke so far kind of touched on some of the things. Vaughn, you just now touched on, for me, what's huge for me, which is unity for our people and coming together and building up our self-esteem. I spoke on that a little bit on Saturday. And just me personally, just watching each and every one of y'all just be who you are, and I'm able to appreciate how amazing you guys are growing to be, and it just makes me fall in love with my people even more and more. Bro. And that's what I'm talking about. if I'm not around you, I don't get a chance to appreciate who you are and who you're becoming. And that's why I was speaking on that. You know, we got to start being around each other, building each other up, and growing and developing a strong relationship. You know, I love everybody. You know, I've always shown myself to be, you know, I don't care. I never cared who you were, what status you were. I wasn't raised that way. I never cared how popular anybody was. I will sit down with you and we'll chop it up in the lunchroom. You know, it didn't matter who, and I've done that. You know, I love everybody. But right now, I know it's important for us to build each other up. So my focus right now is our people right now, so we can get out of the state that we're in.
Yeah.
It's no slight. It's no slight. I have friends of every, you know. And oh, by the way, while it's on my mind, shout out to everyone who showed up that's not of African American descent or whatever.
Word.
That's another thing I got out, man. It felt good to see, and I was just amazed. Like, they could have been doing anything with their time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they actually chose to make our issues important to them. And so, man, mad love to everyone who came out. You know, that was really warming to me, man. So it really showed me and taught me something as well. You know, it gave me hope as far as the future, you know, with other people as well. So it just reminds you that everybody ain't bad.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You know, so that was big for me. But yeah,
Hey,
man.
let me get a say in here, man.
My man, go ahead.
If you done, Mark, because it sounded like Kenny wasn't gonna ask me to say how I felt about
Please
it. Please
pass Eric. Somebody pass Eric the ball, please. Pass Eric the ball, please.
Hey, if you got a rebound,
Devon.
Pass
Hey,
Eric the
Devon,
ball,
I'm over
please.
here wide open in the corner. I'm wide open in the corner, man.
He's upset. Give the conversation to
I
Paul.
was actually
He out
coming
there
to
like
you
this.
next, but I think you forgot about that little segment you, Mike, and whoever else chose to have for a second there. What you forgot about that?
Nah, that was Mike's segment. You know I don't bring that type of energy, bro.
Okay. Nah, but
You keep that 100 right there.
Go into where we should go next, and then you follow up with them.
Well, I kind of wanted to talk about what I feel like what we gained from the gathering this weekend.
You can do that as well. Just let Mark finish up.
All right, yeah, go ahead, Mark.
He's good, man. Yeah, he's good.
No,
man.
I don't want to cut you off, Mark. It sounded like you was finishing up, and before you went on to the next thing, I just wanted to touch on it. But it's cool, man. Whatever direction y'all want to go,
listen,
that's fine.
It's okay for BJ Armstrong to ask MJ not to shoot the ball, but yet pass him the ball in the corner. That's fine, man.
Yo.
So yeah, man, that's pretty much it.
Hey, BJ Armstrong ain't really had no crossover, so I used to get him. I could get him out the way. I'm just gonna say that. You gotta do me better than BJ. But look, man, I'll make mine quick, man, because like you said, Mark, most people already really touched on the main points of what this march did and what a lot of us got out of it, man. And before I even get into what I feel like we got out of it, I got to say again, Kenny, we had a whole bunch of one-on-one conversations leading up to the event. And even that day, you know what I mean? And all I could think of, man, is how proud I was to see, somebody close to me. I think Raina mentioned it. I think even Devon might have mentioned it too. You are tangible, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you touchable, you reachable, you seeable. You somebody that we all know, bro, that, most of us know you super personally and know your history, know your past and stuff like that. And to see all of that come full circle and to see you advocate for what you're advocating for now is just an amazing thing, man. I think it takes a lot of guts, a lot of courage, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of commitment to do what you did, man. And to, just to be able to pull, however many people together to come out and support and advocate for us as a people, man. It just shows strength, man, and it did show unity. Like I said, a lot of these things were already said, man. But I think it was awesome to be able to take it from a social media platform and bring it to real life. And not just bring it to real life anywhere where you just out in some random place like Minnesota, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at home, like I said, at home where it becomes tangible, bro, where it becomes meaningful, where like Devon said, bro, like, you know, somebody like you and even Mark Smith, who on the line right now, man, y'all kind of like icons from a basketball standpoint in the Arlington community, bro. So for
No doubt.
so you have an opportunity to be able to use that platform in itself in terms of State Dog. You know,
Hey,
everybody,
thanks, Eric.
the young.
Thanks, Eric.
Yeah.
Thanks, Eric.
Who was that?
Thanks, buddy.
Anyway,
you forgot
look,
to
man.
mention him.
No, I ain't. Y'all gotta let me finish my spiel, man. Because look, man. At the end of the, I mean, Kenny, you the face of the joint right now. You know what I'm saying? I know. Tweet, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Raina, Mark, everybody who got up there spoke. Everybody who contributed. Tweet. I know you've been involved from day one behind the scenes.
No. I'm messing with you, boss.
He talking about
He
his
talking about basketball.
athleticism.
He wants you to mention his. He wants you to mention his 3 points.
We don't know you. We don't know you like that. No, but look, man. Look.
I want you to mention my Bo-nosisms.
Okay, but look, man. So bringing that from social media, right, to where people can know, and then how you was able to get into what you're trying to do with this thing, right, in terms of raising money for scholarships and stuff like that. Putting Bo on Front Street, acknowledging him, man, and letting it. I mean, because to my knowledge, in all the years that I've been around, like I can't say I've been a part of none where I could be wrong. Y'all might know better than me. Where an amazing person like Bo has been acknowledged, man. So much so that, man, we're gonna put a scholarship in his name, man. We're gonna be able to try to send kids to school in the name of Alec Bulk Night.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I just feel like it's an amazing thing, dude. I'm super proud of you, man. You know I've said it, man, over and over again, man. But to everybody that's on the panel, everybody that came out, man, and everybody's contributions, man, I just think it was a beautiful thing, man. I love seeing us being able to come together on this level, and it ain't all about joning and competing and doing all this other stuff. Mm-hmm. But you know what I'm saying? To really be able to come through on something real, man. And this is huge, man. I just hope that you know, we can all continue to keep this energy, man, and just not let it die down, man. And next time you come home and next time we had to do it again, you know, the turnout would be triple what it was. You know what I'm saying? So that just means that we all probably got to do a better job of marketing and pushing and getting people out there, man, because this is how people raise money. You know, this is how these type of foundations raise money. People got to come out there and see you. People got to feel you. They got to hear you.
COVID played a role in Saturday, though.
Yeah,
but I'll agree because honestly, man, beside the fact that my daughters had hair appointments and stuff like that, I was kind of hesitant. I told Kenny I was hesitant to even bring my daughters out here and all this. I was a little shaky myself being diabetic, so I'm concerned for my own health. But hopefully, like I said, next time go around, man, you know what I'm saying, with everybody on this panel, everybody pushing, everybody collaborating, everybody working together, you know, developing a good marketing strategy. To get people out and see what's going on, man, get some more funding behind it, man. This joint could be something real serious, man. And I can't tell y'all how proud I am, man, you know, for everybody that's involved, even on the calls right now.
Hey, listen, I appreciate all the pats on the back, man, but when I was incarcerated, I read this book by Lee Iacocca called How to Be a Great Leader. And in that book, he talks about positioning people around you to make you look smart. So I got to say, man, y'all make me look smart, and one of the people here wasn't able to come. Well, actually, could have came, but he's so strong-minded that people don't even know how involved he is in this because of a lot of personal stances he have, and I have, and the differences. And that's Alfred Clark, my dog. Everybody know that's my dog.
That's my dog.
I got to thank you for everything you and Mama Kitty did, man, to get this ball rolling, man. Without y'all, it wouldn't have happened. So I want to thank you, brother. I love you.
You too, man.
I want to get into the next move, though. And you know, I want you to be, you know, out there on the ground with us sometimes. Tell me something that Ish Personal can do that would involve my homie, my brother Alfred, without any bloodshed.
All right, give me a second. I gotta think about how I want to word this. One thing that I noticed was out of a lot of private conversations before the event, there's a lot of us who think, a lot of y'all think like me more than y'all want to admit, but y'all not in positions where y'all can kind of say the shit that I can say. And I get that. But the one thing that I'm stuck on, and Devon, you brought it up when you mentioned the fist. Raina, you did as well, and so did you. We all kind of, y'all brought it up when y'all brought up that fist. You talked about unity, but it also talked about, it represents action and strength and defense. There's a lot of us who have information and knowledge that we can share on each other on how to defend ourselves economically, and we did through real estate. That was, I think, 2 weeks ago when Raina did her panel on real estate and all of that stuff. Yeah. I honestly think the next step we need to go to is the gentlemen who are legally able to possess firearms, start training these people who don't know. We need to get these boys, especially these little girls. We need to get we need to get these young men who don't have felonies to get the fuck registering to vote. You need to get your guns. You need to start stockpiling ammunition. You need to know how to protect yourself. You need to know how to do 100% to grow your own food. You need to know how to
first aid,
to be self-sufficient. And and then another aspect, Kenny, you tagged on Marcia when she did the whole thing on the legal aspect.
Yeah.
To me, those are the directions where we need to go next. We need to get out into a place where men can learn how to be men from other men. Women can learn how to be women from other women. Yeah. And we can learn how to be a community by being together. And those are the things that I would really like to see begin to flourish from all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when whoever's mentioned on the post, whatever negative comment it was, why don't we talk about crime in Arlington? Well, in a sense, we were, because crime is a symptom of all this other shit that's going on. And then we are directly dealing with that shit.
But hold on, not to cut you off, Alfred. I'm gonna give it right back to you. Probably the person that commented is somebody that's not from Arlington, that don't know where in the hell Arlington has come from to even speak about what's being done.
Far more likely is somebody who knows every last one of us and will smile in our faces, but turn around and say that shit behind the scenes. So we do.
That's very true.
Get it on each end, and like I tell Kenny all the time, I don't give a fuck, really. You know what I'm saying? If we together,
I think we all know that, bro.
Yeah, as long as we together, you know what I'm saying? And if the one thing, even as sensitive as this march and everything and all that stuff was, niggas is together. And that's the shit that I love.
You know what?
Great to see all y'all and doing y'all thing, man. And I am also very proud.
Hey, look, hey, Alfred, you know what? You were saying about us being together, you know, this, that, and the other. And just a quick add on to that, Kenny, or whoever else cares. But listen, man, you know, and Mark said something super, super important, man, that I just want to make sure we don't breeze by it, because it holds a lot of weight. And that's like actively being in the community. Most of these organizations, you know, these groups, man, like you have to be tangible. Like I said, you were tangible. This group was tangible, being out here literally in the street and moving throughout, you know, the neighborhood and, you know, speaking and stuff like that. But Alfred, I agree, man. You know, I'm definitely down for up in the Arsenal, man. I'm all over there. I ain't got to put my business out there, but I'm all
in Maryland, though. You in Maryland. You restricted like a motherfucker out there.
I'm restricted in a sense, but I'm still ready. But I'm still
I understand
ready.
You're supposed to be.
When that joint hit you, it's gonna hit you. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna do the same job. But my point is this. Look, let me make this point, Devon, because I know you're gonna come with something. My thing is this, though. When I say tangible and what Mark said about being out here in the community, knowing the community, like, man, y'all. Most of y'all on this panel right here, probably, you know, as far as I see it, y'all probably more popular in the community of Arlington than I am, you know, for different reasons. You know, and I say, man, like being in the community is not just having a marching around talking about, you know, no justice, no peace, but holding different type of situations where we speaking to people, man, and because it's personal to me, it ain't just about I'm personally offended by what the justice system is doing to us, what these police are doing to us, the systemic racism. Like that ain't the only thing that's personal to me. It is personal to me what we doing to each other, even though what Alfred is saying about it being a result of, you know, all the other things that's taking place, man. But you know, at some time we have to, as a community, take it personal what we doing to ourselves at the same time, bro. It cannot, and this is just my take, man. And if y'all don't feel that way, you know, I respect everybody's opinion.
No,
But
I'm with you
like
100%.
I'm with
And
you.
that's why I think it's so important for us to have, like when we all grew up, we had people like Bo Knight. We had people like Howard.
Right.
We had people
It's our turn to be them people, bro.
Yeah,
Right.
the skate night at TJ or Summer League or Gospel in the Park if you do that dumb shit. Like whatever you had stuff bring the community together. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's the tangible thing that
Christian
we need
viewership
more of.
Dropped by 20%.
Right.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Somebody just fell off on that one.
Alf, could you try to change yourself a little bit on your personal views and keep it neutral?
I didn't say. I never said nothing bad about it.
Hold on 1 second.
Do what you do. That's what this podcast is for.
To touch base on what Alfred said, Alfred, you are, first of all, I am all for 2A. And for whoever don't know what 2A is, that is your right to bear arms.
Yeah, right.
All definitely. Yeah, me too.
All right.
By all means.
That's first and foremost.
I'm buried up.
All right. But here's what, and Alfred mentioned the training. I know I can't say that I'm skilled enough to be able to train someone. I'm skilled enough to be able to protect myself. But you best believe I know enough people that can offer the training, and that's necessary training that we speak of. Because, dude, I'm letting y'all know, you can go to the range on any Saturday out in Chantilly,
and they in there all white boys.
Hold on, it's probably a 8-year-old white kid that's sharper than everybody that's in the range.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
But at the same time, Devon, look. At the same time, listen, man, I don't disagree with none of that. Like I said, I'm all about bearing arms. I just want, and parallel to all of that, bro, I think we want to be able to do that by sending the right message, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I'm with you. But see, when you talk about message, here's the one thing. Then I'm gonna move on.
All right, hold on, fellas. I got a couple fellas I want to get some words into. And we got a little time, so we definitely gonna come back around. And I do want to talk to you about that, Devon, because you know I've talked to Alfred about helping people or educating people on bearing arms and so forth and so on, because that's not something that's often in our community the right way. So
before you even move on, this is all I want to say on it. Before you move on, it's important that we understand, you all. It is to defend.
Right. That's all I'm saying. That's all. We got to bring the right message with it. Bring the right message, and it's all good, man.
Attack.
Right.
It is to defend. That's all I wanted. Go ahead, Kenny. That's all I wanted to. It's important.
You got it, Devon.
What we're doing is for that. Go ahead, Kenny.
Hey, so I want to say thanks, Mike J. Again, man, for everything you did behind the scenes. Again, just like I told Devon, doesn't go over my head that you brought your family, and it was a pleasure seeing Lil Mike. I named him Lil Mike, by the way, and tell him that's what he's gonna be to me for the at least the rest of my life. So, Lil Mike and your beautiful daughter, man. But Mike, what do you think we accomplished? And go ahead and drop it to Dre Day when you're done.
Yeah, man. Like I said, everything everybody said is spot on. Like, I mean, most of us known you for at least 20 plus years on here. So just to see the growth and to see how you become who you become, I mean, that's a beautiful thing. To me, like I said, it's personal, struck a chord with me because you and I, we was talking about this during the George Floyd thing when all the riots was going on. Like behind the scenes, a lot of people don't know. I'm watching in real time with you watching, and you living it. And I'm on the phone with you all night long, making sure you safe, you good, making sure ain't nothing popping off up there. I mean, that's not for everybody to know, but just knowing that that's where its personal stem from, and to see it come full circle right now, it's a beautiful thing. Anything I can do to help, anything I can do monetarily, physically, you know, I don't do no manual labor, but you had me out there doing a little.
I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying? You know I'm down for the cause, but it was good for my kids to actually see where I grew up at, and to see, you know what I'm saying, hey, I lived in a little basement apartment right here on Kenmore Street. I lived on 17th. I played right here at Drew. I played up Walter Reed. Like, this is where your dad comes from, so they can understand who I am. And they can see and feel the impact of it. And like I said, my daughter was out there. She wants to be a photographer and a nurse, and she's taking pictures. And it did something to her. Like, she's been talking to me nonstop about this, talking to me about how
that's where it's at.
We can better ourselves, how we can be self-sufficient and independent. She's going to school right now to get a degree, but what she wants to do with her degree is give back. It's not about money with her. It's about giving back and helping the community, building it up, building strong kids, building a strong lineage. So at the end of the day, that's what's his personal to me. It's about family, and it's about this bond, because I've known all of y'all, like I said, 20 years, except for this dude. You know what I'm saying? Dude look like The Rock up here. I don't know who he is, but I think I've known y'all for 20 years, and y'all know how I get down. Mark talk about self-esteem. I don't think nobody had self-esteem in me when I was 15, because I done seen it all. So I just hope y'all can get to this level with me, man, because Mark right. It's all about your self-esteem. And when your self-esteem there, you can do anything you put your mind to. So I hope you get there. Like I said, my son right there, he already know how I feel about him. It's all love. I play with him all the time. Me and his friends go back, and we had a lot of conversations, and just to see the growth between us from being teenagers or being 12 years old to being in our 40s, it's a beautiful thing, man. Like I said, most people put smut on people's names, but it's who you are as a person. Who you are on the inside is going to reflect who you are on the outside. If you was an asshole broke, you're going to be an asshole rich. So just do what you're going to do and make sure you do it for others, man. Be selfless. And there's too many selfish motherfuckers out here, man. We got to get the selfish motherfuckers away from us, man. That's my take on how everything is.
Hey, first, before you start, Dre, I want to say, man, it's with certain people, man, like you, Raina, Mike, you know, the people been on the podcast originally. Sometimes, man, you just don't have the words. And all I can say to you, brother, is thank you. I love you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
What do you think we accomplished? And what's next, man? We ain't gone into what's next yet. I want the people to see us working on what's next, man. Let them know we coming back, but some footwork stuff. Like Mark said, something on the ground, tangible. What's going on? What's next?
Hey, like E. Rain said.
Yeah, E. Rains too, yeah.
Hey, I would also like to chime in on some of the things that I want to let everybody speak, but I want to say a few had some valid points that I just want to speak about real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the first thing is, 2A. I'm definitely for, the guns and everything, and we need to do it. I'm definitely willing to do, help with that. I'm a gun advocate. I love guns, so I'm always willing to help out with that. I think that when we talk about the personal situation, for me, one of the things that I'm personal and have an issue with is the personal accountability, what we do every single day to overlook situations and bypass them and let them slide. And I think that we have to start holding our own people accountable for that situation and say, look, no, this is not okay. We have to make a chance, and we can't just go home and watch whatever's on YouTube or whatever's on whatever TV they want to watch and forget about the issues we have. The issues that we've gone to have developed because we have been doctrined into thinking that things are okay that aren't okay. And we go out here every day just bypassing certain situations, whether it comes to our political parties or whatever we have. As most people that know me on Facebook know that I am not a candidate or advocate for the Democratic Party. And I'm not a Republican either. But the reason for it is because I go after the Democratic Party more because I see them hoodwinking us. You know what I'm saying? They lie to our face. They don't do the things they do. They promise, and give nothing back to us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I have a personal problem with that. But I think that all pertains to personal accountability on how much are we willing to do in our life to make a change. If we're willing just to stand back and do nothing, then we can't expect change. So we have to be able to go out here and say, okay, what are we doing, or what are we condoning that's not okay, that we need to change about? So, that's all I want to say about that with the personal accountability on it.
Hey, that was deep, man. That was deep, man. And I'm glad you did interject there. And I want to say this to the viewers, man. When you bring a bunch of people together that got a lot to say, and they've got a lot of passion in what they're doing, you're going to get people going, trying to get their words in. And I appreciate every one of y'all, even trying to interject. I'm being sincere. I sincerely appreciate that you got so much to add, man. I want to hear it all. Hey, but go ahead, Dre Day. What's next?
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so one of the things that I got a few things that I took from Saturday. I mean, my internet been going in and out since I've been riding, so I don't know if anybody brought it up before. If somebody brought any of these things up before, I apologize for doubling down. But you know, we're gonna double down on unity anyway, so it don't even matter. You know what I saw. My first take is leadership, man. We brought a diverse group together, and I mean, everybody can honestly say that no two of us are alike. You know, some of us are night and some of us are actually day, and I ain't even talking about skin color. Me and Mike J. But
I'm definitely night out here. I'm the dark night out here, goddamn.
Okay. So, but what I've seen is leadership, and I mean, you can define leadership in many ways, man. But I always like to keep it simple. To me, a leader, that people gonna follow.
You going out, Dre?
How am I now? What about now?
Hey, Dre. Hey, look. Hey, I'm. You back?
We lost you on leaders. He back. Go ahead.
Am I in?
Yeah.
I'm in? Okay. Yeah, I'm riding down 301, you know, and I guess they ain't put the towers down here yet. So what I'm saying, if you're a leader, people gonna follow you. So what we set out to do Saturday, a lot of people came. I'm pretty sure they came up to y'all too. A lot of people was coming up to me saying, "Man, thank y'all, man. Thank y'all." You know, older people in the community, even the young kids, seeing the young kids ride by the truck while we were walking, the young kids marching with us, my little goddaughter saying no justice, no peace. Don't know what it means now, but it's ingrained in their head now. We ain't about the next BS that they gonna do. We ain't got from it. We talk about what we want to do with bringing the community together. We talking about education. One thing that happened out there, the principal for Drew was leaving. They had an event. They were leaving. She had talked to Kenny. She had talked to Kenny earlier in the month. They didn't solidify anything, but she talked to me before we started. She was like, you know what? I'm gonna stay. I'm with y'all. She gave us chairs. She gave us access to electricity. She gave us she gave us use of the bathroom. We weren't permitted, but that's us partnering with education immediately. And when I'm talking about it's personal, we talking about a partnership. It got to be a partnership. It got to be a partnership with the community. It got to be a partnership with the local police forces. Because think about how hard it is to sit there and listen to someone say, no justice, no peace, prosecute the police. And you're a policeman, but you know,
police standing right out there.
But
they sitting there while you saying that,
and you know that we're not talking about you. We're not talking about you. We don't have no problem with police to do their job. It's the bad ones. It's the bad ones. It's the accountability that we asking for the bad ones. We asking for when you see something bad, be accountable. Be accountable. And that's all we asking for. So, you know, we had the police technically walk with us. They weren't supposed to. They weren't supposed to walk with us. They went, they blocked off the street. They rode the motorcycle beside us. They rode behind us. Jackie jumped in the car with the police. The police was talking to him, saying, "Man, I think what y'all doing is great, man." So it's a start, and we didn't even know where we wanted to start, but everybody said, "Man, let's start in our own community. Let's start where our roots are." And it was big, man. It was a big thing. And I'm not even talking about the turn. I'm talking about the impact. Because when we were marching down the street, did you see how many people were coming to their doors, throwing us the fist? The one lady came up. Did you see the one lady? She came up with the Black Lives Matter sign. The white lady came to her door and came out and flashed the Black Lives Matter sign. So what I'm saying is, the unity is in the march. But the unity was also in that community, because the community is with us. And I think if we're doing positive things within the community, I think the community, more and more people will come out, because people probably afraid to come out and be like, I don't know which way, I don't know which direction they're going. We need to show our direction. We need to put down the mission statement, and we need to solidify this thing in our community, and then we can take it on to the next one, because it can't stop here, man. And just looking at Saturday, and I'm looking at over the history of the world and how everything happened, it all started with a group of people like us that said, why not us?
Right.
Like I put on your page, why not us?
I think we also have to stop thinking that it's the police that's the problem. It's not the police that's the problem. It's the justice system that's the problem.
Absolutely.
The issue is the police system. The issue is a whole bunch of other things, not the police. The police are the foot soldiers on the ground. You know what I'm saying? I want to honestly think that most want to make a good thing and want to contribute to the community. Unfortunately, the system is not developed like that. The system for policing is developed so that people, people that the police, huh?
I thought you failed.
Hello? Oh no!
He fell in
back in my car real quick. I was like, oh, yeah. I said, yeah, but we have to. It's far bigger than the police. We have to start looking at the privatized police system, the jails. We have to look at the fact that police are getting quotas and getting advancements because they're making miscellaneous arrests that really shouldn't be arrested. They're getting, that has to change. We have to start embracing proper policing, where they're embracing our community. Where back in the day, there's been a couple times I did some knucklehead stuff. I got roughed up, I got put down, and the police took me home to my mom. That's how it should be. It shouldn't be, go out here, put our knee into your neck, kill you, and then, write a falsified police report on what's going on. So the conversation needs to stop being, oh, fuck police, and more, you know what, the police have a job to do, but it's not right that the system that they're under is specifically made to combat us and go against us.
Right. I want to. That was a good point too, man. And it's not about the police. Not like I said before in the beginning, man. I appreciate the Arlington County Police Department and the parts they play in this, man. I want to go into what's next, though. And I'm gonna go to you, Mark, and then after you, I want Raina to take it. But I want to bring the youth and the older portion of the community together that wouldn't otherwise be together. I want them in the same room. I want them to understand. I want them to look past the pants sagging for a second. So I got some ideas in doing that, but I want to hear some ideas from everybody else, and my wife had incorporated some ideas again about bringing some intangibles out so we can donate to people who need the help and help out the local food shelves and stuff like that. But I want to bring the older community and the younger community and have them in the same room and join each other. And I think, Mark, in order to do that, we need food and a stage for the hip hop potential artists. And I want to get those, that's what I'm thinking.
Just hip hop, not talent. You might have some singers. I mean, what we doing? Are we bringing local talent?
Yeah, I think it should be local talent, not just hip hop. Local talent from
100%, yeah. That's a good idea.
Because look,
That's
talent
the-
can be magic.
And make
can
it
be-
all
It can
inclusive.
be anything.
Make it all inclusive for
Yeah.
all demographics, man. Not just, you know,
Correct.
the black culture per se. Make it all inclusive. Make it open up to the community.
Yeah,
As we
that's
as we
exactly
say.
what that's the word I always use, community. And that's what I want. But you know, someone made a good point to me when I was first starting this out. They were telling me, if you want to get people somewhere, have some good food. So
100%.
So I don't want them to look at the menu and it's brats and patties. So I'm gonna get my community out with some good catering and some local talent. Got the music going, and I have some local vendors out there talking about what they doing. That's what I'm trying to do, man. And I think the food will attract people who wouldn't otherwise be out there. What y'all think of that, man? Go ahead, Alfred. What
So
you think?
can I hold on? So
Go ahead,
my
Ed.
bad.
I thought it was
So
on Mark
remember
Smith.
when we were talking? Go ahead. Go on, Mark. Go on, Mark. Go on, Mark.
No, I thought Mark blinked out. I was looking for him. I thought he left.
Oh, you know what? Looked like he did.
Yeah, I know. I got this.
I'll take his spot. I'm ready.
Turn your camera on. Turn your camera on, Eric.
I'm eating, man.
That's all good. Hey, but Alfred, what you think,
Nah,
man?
I do like that idea. And honestly, I always, like for instance, in the South, you have shit like cotillions. Jewish people have your bar mitzvahs and stuff like that. Spanish people have the quinceañeras and all that shit.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to have like a community ball. You could have different local vendors to supply the food. You could have different local talent to do the music, and it could be all kinds of music because you know how eclectic Arlington is. You have just about everything. In
Would that be a community ball or more like a community day? Because I was thinking community day myself with a couple different things you could have.
They already have community day.
But they don't have one. They don't have one sponsored by It's Personal though.
Agree, but the community day is supposed to be a time of unity. So perhaps partnerships with brother to brother is something that can be, because one thing for sure, brother to brother is knee deep in the community. Always have been. That's what Go-Go George wanted.
And I want to say this, hey, before you continue, Alfred, let me say this, man. Shout out to brother, man. I will be reaching out to y'all out of just simple respect. You know, we come and go, brother. I'm with it. Let's do something. But go ahead, Alfred.
But now stuff like that, more focused gatherings for specific purposes, whether it's showing young dudes how to properly fit a suit and put a tie on. I mean, it's ridiculous how many young black men can't even tie a tie.
Yeah,
and I could only imagine different things that young girls can't do. Bringing little things, little events like that tie into one huge event, or whether it's community day, community ball, or however community you want to do. Those are the types of events I'd like to see more. Unfortunately, like how Devon said, and even he said, niggas are scared they gonna get sick and die. So you can't bring too many people together. Probably for the next 6 months to a year, the way everybody bitching about it. So, I mean,
but what that does, Alfred, that gives us more time to build, man, to build our platform, to strategize. Because look, a lot of the things that you saying, a lot of the things you saying right now are super relevant, right? And but you got to have logistics that go along with that. Even with the suit time, or I mean, put on a suit. Like I wear suits. That's my thing. I love suits. I got a good number of them. I love looking nice when I'm heading to work or whatever the case may be. But like to me, that fall into something like maybe It's Personal has, a Big Brother program where people just like us on this panel right now volunteer as big brothers, and you go out. We got a platform where we can bring these youngers in and be big brothers and be leaders and be examples to them.
Exactly.
Not just.
Exactly. One thing that here's the key, and Raina, I'm gonna put this, Raina, because we got 3 Panthers and tweet because we got 3 Panthers on the podcast. I'm gonna make sure I mention that our business degrees from Virginia Union taught us about marketing. But right now, you guys, it has to be about creating buzz. All right. The best way to create buzz, you have to start making the name known around the community. The first thing that you want to do, all right, November this year, Thanksgiving and Christmas is gonna be tough for everybody. All right, because people lost family members or can't provide for family members. So the first thing that we could possibly do is possibly try and start with a food or clothing donation drive sponsored by It's Personal. Again, the more the name is out there. So when you do throw your big event, they have something tangible to connect it back to. Oh yeah, they did the food drive in November for Thanksgiving meals. We can donate perishable food items to the Arlington Food Assistance Program is right next to Jenny Dean, right in the backyard of the Knox community.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and again, the more you put together little small things, the more you put together the little small things, remember, you take care of the small things, the big ones accomplish itself. So while we trying to grow it as for what it's supposed to be and as powerful, you got to look at it along the lines of every organization and community started by little small things like food and clothing donations.
Right.
God knows I got plenty of shoes that I could donate to kids. Just put it in a box somewhere. So that's where it comes into your relationship that you have with Drew. We can create a box to put it outside of Drew Model School. Hopefully we get inside the school. Those type of things can be beneficial. And then to branch it even further, once you get going, dude, y'all, all of us went to Wakefield. You can tie in the Wakefield Alumni Association and promote through there. You can have a summer basketball game. You can tie into a Wakefield basketball tournament, girls and boys tournament to fundraise for the scholarship. So it's many things, but you got to take care of the marketing. And the best way, the easiest promotion that costs nothing is word of mouth. And so the more that costs nothing to tell somebody about it. So the more you can find a way to plug it into people's head, like Thanksgiving, having a food drive where it's canned goods being collected once a week. We pick it up from X Spot or whatever, and we donate it to the Arlington Food Assistance Program. The more it's going to stick to people's head. And then what that going to do is, while you sitting there thinking worried about the fist symbol, then people gonna have to connect it to, well, darn, these people donated food to the local food bank, and they didn't say it was just for Black people.
Right, you right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's just a proper marketing strategy.
Let's jump on that. My bad, D, not to cut you off, but
it's all good.
Let's make the next event the food drive. It's October 5th, 6th, so we got 40-something days. So let's make that the next. That's the next step.
It could be
the next week of Thanksgiving. Like that Monday or Tuesday, or that Sunday, Monday or Tuesday of the week of Thanksgiving. Do something like that.
Hell, we could sit outside and try and get bins donated and just say we collecting food and coats for the needy on Thanksgiving. Every Saturday, we just connected, from Thanksgiving to Christmas.
Right.
And even if people don't feel like coming out, we'll get people to go.
You think it's possible to pull that off and make it organized in that short period of time?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I can definitely. We can definitely.
Kenny pulled off a march in 3 weeks. I'm sure we can pull off.
We can definitely get us a deal on some turkeys, and set up some out down the rip, and hand out some turkeys. So people can have some turkeys. Some canned foods and stuff like that. We can
at
get
the same time
do
a food and clothing donation. You see what I'm saying? And then you put it on the webpage and you can promote it. Like, dude, I was a second away from emailing the sports guy for the Northern Virginia Sun today. He called me about my basketball stuff, and I see so much stuff mentioned about former athletes doing things. I know for a fact he wrote about Kenny Staton and Mark Smith.
Yeah.
Well, forget the basketball attributes of what the people are doing. Let's talk about the other things that we're doing. So where are they now? And these are the things. And then you can tie into the high schools, Drew. We already got Drew on our backs. You go ahead and connect to Wakefield, us all being Wakefield alumni. Again, you can find a way to promote through Arlington. You got to go through APS. But even still, having APS employees, myself involved in that kind of leads way with the backing of the principal. That goes a long way. You tying the rec department. So then when you have your food donation drive, see, people got to understand it's personal. That means it got to be personal for you. You got to make it personal for you. You got to be self-invested in it. So the more you can put the title it's personal, plugged into people's brain and tied into something tangible. They did the food drive in Christmas. All right. Then as shit breaks open and we get out in the open and outside become open, now you can have a bigger event because the same people that donated, you collect their information and you send out flash emails, they'll know the next big event. So it got to start with something small. The Saturday was big. Now you tie into the holiday season, which again is going to be tough. You bring people together, drop off for people that don't feel safe or whatever. You can get volunteers going. All those type of things can be accomplished. Right.
Hey, Mark, you got cut off before you could give an opportunity to go into what you want. You and I were talking about hitting the ground and some ideas you had on doing that, man. What do you feel like we need to be hands-on with in our community right now?
I feel like we need to be hands-on with the youth, man. Just basically, personally for me, young boys need guidance, man. They need
young girls do too.
Yeah, but I'm a male, so that would be Raina, or what I'm saying, that'll be women, but they need mentors, basically, basically coaching them and helping them, how to transition from where they are into becoming a man, of the community, So I think we need to be hands-on with that. And not only that, I think, I just feel like we should be working on, but to me, how can we do that if we don't live together? And, that's kind of what I've been talking about lately. Like, we need to be working on like moving together. I know that's not tomorrow, but I'm just saying, I think we should really be, if we thinking about moving, if somebody's moving, soon, I think that should be part of our mission and our plan to actually move and be in a community together. Because when you think about it with Breonna Taylor, she actually had someone there that was armed, and they still were able to come right to the door and basically come in and kill her, Yes. But if we had our own community where there's a gate where you can't get in unless you pass the guards,
people police their own.
Yeah, and then
I think that goes back to community policing. It's community policing. We got to police ourselves like we did back in the '60s.
But part of that is the problem with what everybody's saying that is absolutely correct. But the problem is in the Black community, anytime we try and get involved or intervene, we got this thing about snitching. Everything is tied into snitching for our Black community, and that kills us. All right. That kills us.
But we can't. So what we got to do.
And I ain't condoning snitching. Part of that is because I ain't never been involved in shit I had to snitch on.
Hey, bro, you gotta understand. You gotta understand the definition of snitching before you consider yourself a snitch. First and foremost.
Agreed. I never been a street dude, but I'm just talking about our topic is that when we talk about community policing, which is necessary, like calling the cops. People call somebody. She robbed her purse. You call the police. You a snitch? No, I'm not. I'm protecting the damn community. She stole somebody's purse.
Everybody watching this video
That's
right
exactly
now.
Right.
If you do something to me and I can't defend myself to take care of it, I'm calling the police. I don't care what you call me. If I can't take care of myself,
it's not even that.
Hey, I'm calling the police.
Yeah.
The bottom line is, if I see somebody else do something and they're affecting the community, I'm gonna call the police. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
That's bottom line. Like, that's taking care of your own. That's not snitching. You know what I'm saying? That's making sure that everybody's protected.
I hope if y'all see a
posted
kid getting molested or a bitch getting raped, y'all not gonna call the police. Y'all gonna resort to your Second Amendment.
Yeah,
I plead the fifth.
Right. Yeah.
I actually posted a few weeks ago on my Facebook page that this snitch culture and I got into a little dialogue with somebody who differed a little bit on it. I forgot who it was, doesn't matter, but I said the snitch culture has destroyed the Black community. Absolutely
no doubt about
destroyed it. Kids die, little children die on bullets because somebody thinks it would look cool, and it ain't even that big of a beef. It ain't even nothing. He thinks it's cool if he send a message, if he go around their way and shoot some shots, and a little child dies, and somebody knows who did that.
Guaranteed.
Somebody knows who did that. And because of the snitch culture,
nobody gonna say nothing.
Their entire family is destroyed because an 8-year-old is dead now and didn't have a chance at life, and you laying in the bed and you ain't gonna say nothing, and you think you on the right side though. That's the part. That's the part that kills me. You think you on the right side of the situation by not saying nothing about the coward that killed the little child. And that's happening way too many times in our community, man. And
see, but
I
that's
posted
where
something about that, and somebody went into snitching and blah blah blah. I was like, man, you can't tell me about the system. You can't tell me about snitching. I did 10 years, man. Been in the street. You can't tell me about none of that. I'm telling you what I know. It's destroyed our community.
It has, and see, this what it is. Like, you think about it, snitching ties into something criminal. All right, if you conducting a criminal act, you deserve to get a snitch. If you rob an old lady, dude, ain't nobody. Why should I protect you instead of not protecting the old lady?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, but that's not snitching. That's being a witness.
But no. But I'm with you. But Alfred, people gonna say, yeah, Joe snitched on me about robbing an old lady because somebody know. And,
but see, that's where I'm at. If you know somebody robbed an old lady, it is on you to do something about that.
Why
if
gotta
you
be
know
an old
somebody
lady?
is molesting a child,
anybody
it is
robbed.
on you.
It could be.
And see, and that's for another conversation, Alfred. Where we can possibly go with that. You know, policing our own community.
Let's talk about the definition of snitch. Get that out.
And to sum it up, because this ain't about snitching. Well, I really wanted to, because we only got about 8 minutes left, man, and I want Raina to get back in this too.
Absolutely.
I really want to get on something tangible and get somewhere with that, man. So we talking food drive. Possibly
that's just an idea. That's just an idea. I'm just throwing stuff to the board that might stick.
Let's make it the plan.
I think that's a great idea. That's a great idea.
I think it's a great idea.
It's a great idea.
Raina.
Can I jump in real quick before Raina go? Can I jump in and say this?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think everybody should just write down their ideas, and then we come together and discuss them. I mean,
agreed.
Of course, everybody got ideas. I think everybody write their ideas down, and we come together as a group and discuss which ones that we want to take up, which ones better suit our business statement. I think we need to stick
definitely.
what we do. Anytime, in construction, anytime you meet a guy and he tell you he can do everything, the first thing I think about is that dude can't do shit. So we gotta have a reach because we're dealing with a community. Everything that everybody said, I think are good ideas. But I think we do need to, everybody put their ideas on the table and we narrow it down, at least initially, to what we think, 1, are tangible goals, 2, are doable goals, and 3 are reachable goals.
Agreed. Absolutely.
With it, man.
Definitely agree.
Absolutely.
Raina, your show.
So let's no, I was gonna say let's just put a timeline together where everybody need to be able to bring their ideas to the forefront. Maybe we need to get an email group or I don't know what, but it don't happen overnight.
We can probably wrap up and do that. Raina, fellas, let's go ahead and let the lady have the floor.
I want Raina to close out with every. I know it was a lot. We were a little everywhere again.
Because y'all dudes got ADHD that ain't been treated.
Y'all went all the way back to
Hey,
Yeah,
I
what,
just
do
remind
you
you.
have
go
any
again, right?
ideas at all? Do you have any ideas at all right now? Do you want to compound on anything you've heard already?
on the low low.
Hey, y'all go
Hey,
again, right?
all right, all right. Go ahead, Raina.
Yeah, sorry. My phone blanked out, so I'm back. I didn't hear everything that was said, but I'm assuming you were trying to come together with a plan for the next action step, which is just so important to me. We can't just march and stop. We have to keep moving forward. So I have a lot of ideas, actually. Just like Andre said, I was jotting them down, and I think what he said is the best way to get this together is to coordinate everyone's ideas, put them in a pot, and see what we can execute, because we have so many issues in our community that we need to tackle them, probably maybe two by two, but there's so many. We have education, we have finance, we have health and wellness. It's just so many different issues that we need to attack, and we got to figure out how we can attack all of them or which ones we want to focus on. But I do like the idea of the youth being involved, and I think that's something we could do immediately. I would like to do something immediately with the youth because our youth are slipping away from us. They're not being trained. They're sitting in the house. I see them just not being developed at this point. So that's something that I wanted to work on. And I have a girlfriend that said that she wanted to help be involved. People want to do stuff, so we can use our resources for that. And the other thing was, my daughter wanted to feed the homeless. We were going to feed the homeless, just my little family here. So if we can elaborate on that, I will help with that drive. Yeah, we can do that, absolutely. But I think we need to do what Andre said, is just come together and collaborate with all these ideas and actually put time frames, actions, and put some resources toward it, so it really makes an impact on the community, and not a small way. We all have resources from all of our walks of life. We should just use them. So that's just my take on it.
Yeah,
agreed.
And I agree. Did everybody feel like they got a piece of word in, man? I apologize for cluttering the panel, man. I just respect all of y'all. I want y'all on every week. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all carving out time. The most important thing you can give me is your time, and I know that, and I appreciate you carving out this time to be here, man. I want all y'all know I love y'all, Bammers, man, and hopefully y'all can be here next week. I got a lot of work to do this week. Shout out to the Lopez Foundation for the gracious donation they made for the Bouknight Scholarship Fund, and I got a lot of work to do for him this week, and getting things in order for that. But thank y'all for being here.
Just tell folks where they can go donate at, man.
Oh, my fault, man. Go to itspersonalforme.com. It's personal, FORME.com, and you can donate there. Also, there will be shirts and masks on there you can purchase. So go on there and make your purchase if you care to donate to any and everything we're doing. Like I said, the Bouknight Foundation and any other ideas we come up with, we're gonna be open book and tangible to y'all, man, and transparent, and you know, I'm excited. So y'all tune in, man, and I'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Yes, sir.
See you next week,
peace.
guys.
Appreciate it. Yeah. See y'all next week.
No doubt.
Hey, love y'all,
Peace,
man.
y'all.